Peace, y'all. It's the Lord here, Cold World. I'm over here kicking it with the God, Jay Wiggs. What's good, sir?
It's good, Brody.
I can't call it, man. We just want to welcome everybody back to another season of Brodies Sports Talk. It is episode 1 of season 2. It's the world premiere. We want to thank everybody for tuning in and thank you for your wait. We had to push the album back a little bit because we didn't have enough samples cleared yet.
Exactly. Hey, we needed to see which one of these teams were going to win. They didn't get it done last week, but they ended up getting it done by Sunday night, I think. So now we know what NBA teams are going forward. So yeah,
it worked out. You know, we wanted to make sure that we had the conference championship set before we dropped the new episode. But again, welcome everybody back to another season of Brody Sports Talk. It's the Lord Cold World with my main man, Jay Wiggs here. If you're not following us, you need to be doing so on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Click on the bottom right-hand corner and like and subscribe. Join the over 500,000 viewers and counting. This season, we hit 1 million. We're trending in the right direction here, man.
And then season 3 when the NFL season starts? Season 2, let season 2 be the off season, and then season 3.
Yeah, I think
week 1.
I think we can get another 24 episodes in before the season starts. I think that's fair. You think
it's gonna be close? It's gonna be right around 24. You're right. Yeah. Yep.
Something like
it's gonna be right around that. Yep.
Okay, because I think we got 3 more months. So
June, July, August, September.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we got enough wiggle room.
Finish up May.
But to kick things off here, y'all, we're just gonna go ahead and dive straight in. What was
hey.
Because
that's how you started season 2 off. That's how you started season 2.
We're good to go. We can dive in as much as we want, baby. Okay. And here at the Brodies, we're gentlemen. Okay. So we're always thinking about the ladies. So this one's for y'all. Okay. Ladies first. We're going to talk about the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese rivalry. Now, Wiggs, is this rivalry good for the W? Is it like the Bird and Magic rivalry of the 80s?
That almost sounds blasphemous coming out of your mouth, Co. Bird and Magic? No, we're not even close to that. Let me rephrase that. We are kind of close to that because Bird and Magic did play each other in college in the championship game. I think Magic Johnson won that game before coming into the league. Mm-hmm. So I think that's where the comparison stops though. You know, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese played each other for the championship in college. Angel Reese won that game and won the most outstanding player in that game. So, you know, Angel does have a one-up in college. But once they got to the WNBA, the comparison has been no comparison at all. Caitlin Clark.
It's been a one-sided victory, to say the least.
Exactly. Yeah, Caitlin Clark is a much better player, much better all-around player. Let me not say much better all-around player. She's better offensively in a lot of ways, but Angel Reese is great at rebounding. We just talked about this before that we got on, Co. Angel has 17 rebounds in the last game. 7 of them were offensive rebounds. She missed 9 shots. So, you know, a big part of her game is getting the offensive rebound of her own miss.
Yeah.
So she has 17 rebounds. That sounds great. But when you miss 9 shots, 5 of 14, and 7 of them, I mean, again, you're grabbing an offensive rebound, so that's good.
That's
fair. I'm not going to, that's still a positive. But, your layups are not the best. When we look at Caitlin Clark, her scoring is really easy. She looks good. Yeah. She looks professional. Angel looks like, you need to go back to the layup line in high school.
Bruh, in Boys and Girls Club. This is basic basketball. Now, again, she has the height. She's a scrappy player, right? Like, she's kind of like along the lines of Draymond Green, like we've said in the last season, maybe Ben Wallace, Dennis Rodman earlier on, in the Piston days when he was more of a scrappy. Actually, Dennis Rodman was more offensive with the Pistons, if you know your basketball history.
In the earlier days, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe a Chicago Bulls Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, she's there for defense and rebounds only, which is fine. That's completely fine. But when you're an offensive liability like that, it cripples your team. And like we said before we hopped on the show, she led her team in scoring too. And
Yeah, that
Angel
can't
Reese
happen.
can't be your number one scoring option because she's so
Yeah,
limited on offense. Her jump shot is still developing, and she's still working on her inside post game with making layups. I think once she develops a muscle memory, she'll be a little bit more consistent. Right now, I think she's just so scrappy and she's just so anxious to like score. She's not focusing on the fundamentals, and she's just frantically throwing the ball up there. And it's like, calm down, sweetheart. Like you're wide open. Like chill out. But they got their ass whooped, Wicks, 93-58,
ooh,
courtesy of
yeah, that's
CC.
bad. That's bad.
And Caitlin Clark, it's getting to the point now where she's trolling Angel Reese because she's like, I know you can't do this.
Yeah, I
I know
mean,
you can't shoot, let alone shoot from as far as, you can't throw dimes like me. You ain't getting
yeah,
rebounds like me. I put up a triple double.
yeah.
Bump your double double.
One of my favorite parts of the game, and I think they had this highlight on ESPN or first take, but it's a shot of Caitlin Clark shooting a three right before like halftime. She shoots a three, and then she kind of walks away, and you just see Angel Reese on the bench looking at her like
Angry.
angry, dog. Hey,
Angry.
you
And
know, and they were I think they were losing by like 15 or 20 at halftime. So you already
yeah,
knew you're about to lose
she
this
already
game.
got under her skin.
Yeah. Now, all right, hold on, Cole. Before we go any further, we got to talk about online, dog. Cause you be online, you be kind of posting, you be sending me the stories about Angel. So I need you to go a little bit deeper into the question.
Pause. That's the first pause of the year.
Hey, yo, that's a crazy one. That's crazy work right
I
there.
need you to go a little deeper.
That's crazy work right there. But I need you to let's damn. I'm
Let's
about to
go
say
in depth.
dig. Let's dig deeper into this topic. But yeah, no, let's go in depth on this topic. Is the Clark versus Reese rivalry good for the W? Tell me how you feel about Angel Reese, Co. Because you sent me a lot of clips, and we've seen the narrative around Angel be. I mean, it's two things. Is one, there are trolls out there that
Yeah.
just troll Angel. Like, you definitely have trolls, but I think there's some validity to what people are saying online. So I kind of want to hear your take on Angel versus Caitlyn a little bit more, specifically Angel. Like, just some of your like, I don't want to say vitriol, but just some of your feelings towards Angel. Like, what do you really think about the position, the way she's kind of being set up in the media? If you were running, a media show, would you be pushing this angle? Would you be downplaying it? What would you be doing if you were the producer of, this scenario?
Well, I think they're trying to fan the racial flame to kind of like ignite more tension to increase viewership. Like the whole thing going on with the crowd maybe chanting or saying
That.
racial slurs towards Angel Reese. That's
That's
unacceptable.
that's wild.
Again, just like we said with Ant-Man and the heckler fans, I'm like, look, everybody should stay professional. At the end of the day, this is a game. It's all entertainment. It's all fun until you start doing personal things like calling people the N-word and all this other stuff. So excluding that part, I think this is great for the W because they need something that's going to generate more views. Period. And we've already said this before. They already botched a revenue opportunity in Caitlin Clark's rookie year with not putting her on the USA team and just a slew of other things that could have generated more money. So now they're looking like, okay, let's try to capitalize this year on year two. I mean, season premiere was them, on primetime television, so to speak. So I like where their head is going. Pause. So but like with Angel Reese, here's my quarrel with her. I have no issues with confidence. You can be confident. You can be confident.
Nah, facts.
But
Especially an athlete. I want an athlete to be confident.
Yeah, you have to be confident and believe in yourself.
Yeah.
But when you get to the point where you are cocky, then I'm like, okay, I have no problem with that either. Because if you're him or her, you can be cocky, like LeBron
Ant-Man.
James or Kobe Bryant. You know, they can be cocky, but you can't be cocky and trash. Like her cockiness doesn't back up the game. Like you sit up here saying, "Oh, you can't talk about women's basketball without talking about me." Well, you have a point because we're clowning you for the fact that you can't do basic things. And I'm telling you right now, bro, here I don't care what nobody says. This is going to be controversial, but she gets a grain of salt with her game because she's a woman. Because if she was a dude, number one, he wouldn't be in the pro leagues. You know what I'm saying?
No. We have players like DeAndre Drummond.
Bro,
Andre Drummond is exactly the player. No. Andre Drummond, I will say he's exactly what Angel Reese is. If you watch him in the league, he throws up a lot of he's a player that'll get 20 rebounds. And you look at the stat sheet
can he make a wide open layup? Yes or no?
Nah, he misses a lot of his shots. That's what I was about to say. Andre Drummond is one of those
a wide.
That's what I'm talking about. No. He does it. That's how, because his game literally looks like Angel's. So that's what I will say. Andre Drummond is.
Where is he now?
He's on the bench. So he's on the team. Yeah, he's on the Denver Nuggets.
He's 7 foot.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Angel is. You know, Angel has the size. That's a big reason that she's in the league.
But does he go around saying that he's the best in the league and that the league is,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
No. He plays his position. Yeah.
That's my point. Like she's talking.
He's a role player.
Yeah, she's a star in the league by default because they don't have any. I mean, outside of Aja Wilson.
And she's very good. She's a very good star. She's very marketable. Very attractive.
Very attractive.
Smart. You know, we're not going to talk about her like she's not smart. I actually like I actually like how she handled the situation yesterday. You know, I don't have a problem with her. Let me say this. Yesterday, there was the one situation with the foul. Outside of the foul, Angel Reese was trying. Again, she has 17 rebounds. You have to give her credit for 17 rebounds.
Of course.
She's out there hustling. 12 points. Again, 5 of 14. I always say I don't mind somebody going out and missing shots. You know, it's the first game of the year. I don't mind somebody going out and trying and missing shots. However, Angel is like Draymond Green. They are limited offensively. So you know, if they're missing too many, it's all right, pass the ball. Yeah. But she doesn't have a Steph Curry.
To her point, to her credit, she doesn't really have help on her team. Yeah, either.
For her to be the leading scorer is crazy. For her to be the leading scorer is crazy.
So that's really my whole point. And also, what I've noticed, and this is just something that I've noticed with modern players and people in general, they don't like to take accountability. She's just like LeBron. When she loses in a primetime game or a high pressure game, she always has a scapegoat to account for the loss.
No, I'm not gonna let you do that in season 2. So I'm not gonna let you do that. After the game, she said she liked they asked her about the foul. She said the refs made the right call. Let's move on. I like that.
That wasn't a flagrant.
I like that. Then she said the refs made the right call. You said it's not a flagrant?
I don't think that was a flagrant. I think they sized it.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I think that's the same thing again. Now that Angel and Draymond, that comparison is going to get better and better as we keep going along in their careers. That comparison is going to be so spot on.
And also, this is the second year. So, who knows how far her game is going to evolve? That's to say by year 5. Hold
on, but this is what I was going to say, Co.
Either way.
What did you think about the? So you said it's not a foul, but what did you think about Angel's reaction?
I mean,
because I don't mind it. It was a little bit more on the push. Yeah, it's sports, but it's your rival. Yeah. It's the person you don't like.
Good. That's a good thing.
That's what I'm saying. So do you have a problem with Angel responding like that?
No. If anything, I love it. Talk more trash. You know what I'm saying? Talk more smack online. Do all that stuff. So by the next time y'all play, y'all can have maybe another 20 or 30,000 viewers, and y'all can just continue to build on this. But
they're gonna have 20 to 30. They're gonna have a million views. We gotta look at the ratings. We'll get back to y'all.
Just adding more.
Oh yeah, nah. I think they can do that for sure. Because the next game, I mean, I'm already looking forward to the next game between them.
Me too,
for sure. So
yeah, and I think again, like with Angel, the biggest critique is just I'm like, sweetheart, you have to just focus more on your muscle memory when it comes to the layups, because it's like I feel like bad. As soon as she gets the rebound, again, she just throws it up. She doesn't spot back up. She doesn't bounce the ball. She doesn't go up strong and aim for the box instead of just trying to just throw it up. Just aim for the box right there, baby.
Aim for the box. Well, hey, that's how you aim for the box. That's what your pops told you when you was young, huh? Aim for the box.
It always bounces in.
I'll tell you.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, let us know what y'all think about this, yo. The Brodies here are for the W. We want them to progress, and and blow up and get the money that they say that they they deserve. And yeah, man, we'll see. The Indiana Fever might be a favorite to at least go further in the playoffs this year. Hopefully, that'll be good if both teams can make it for the ratings. But moving on. We are going to switch genders on the same sport. We're going to go to the NBA, the WNBA's man, because they support them. Now, there's, been a couple of weeks that have passed since the NBA draft, but there's a lot of people that have some reservations on just the overall format. I myself am one of them. I can't stand the format of the NBA draft, but I get the logic of it. They want to prevent teams from tanking, so I understand.
Oh, the lottery,
yeah, the lottery. So I get that, but in light of just recent transactions, there's been a trend that the Brodies have noticed, and with the recent draft going the way we didn't expect, it kind of confirmed our conspiracy theory, which is a flag on the play. If the NBA draft rigged with the Dallas Mavericks getting the number 1 pick and drafting Cooper Flagwigs?
Hell yeah. What the helly? Hell yeah, it is. We've been talking about this, cause we did a little research. We did a little digging, pause in the crates.
Digging in the crates, baby.
To find some of this stuff out. So let's just talk about some players that have been traded to LA, because coincidentally, 3 of these players have been traded to LA. And after a great player has been traded to LA, the team that they were traded from got the first pick. So
wait, repeat that again, just so they can hear you. Just repeat that again so they can understand the setup of the trend.
3 players, let me not say 3. Each player was traded to LA, and the team that they were traded from got the first pick in that next year's draft. 3 times. 3 separate times. And the very next year, not 2 years later, 3 years later, the very next year, that team, and one of the teams was owned by the NBA.
Ironically enough.
And last year, the Mavs just happened to have new management. As soon as Mark Cuban is out of management, now something like this happens. Because Mark Cuban said he would never trade Luka. Dallas Mavericks get new ownership, take away his percentage, and now they can trade Luka. So Luka gets traded to LA. And would you look at that? Dallas Mavericks get the number 1 pick. Not to mention the Dallas Wings got the number 1 pick in this year's draft.
The Dallas year.
So it's a Dallas year.
Hopefully not in football.
Yeah, no, it's the white year. I mean the right year for Dallas. They got Paige Beckers. Go ahead, Co.
So, in 2011, Chris Paul is traded to LA, right?
The Los Angeles Clippers, not the Lakers in this one, but he is traded to LA.
It was supposed to be the Lakers until they blocked Kobe from his destiny. But anyway,
which was a crazy that's not supposed to happen.
That got
very
swept
controversial
under the rug.
Yeah.
But Chris Paul gets traded to the LA Clippers. And then in 2012, the number one pick goes to New Orleans and they pick Anthony Davis. Then in 2019, they trade Anthony Davis to LA. And then
To the Lakers this time.
To the Lakers this time. And then the Pelicans get the number one pick the very next year.
And they get Zion.
And then the Mavs trade to the Lakers in 2025. And then the Mavericks get the number one pick that same year. I mean,
and they're about to get Cooper Flag.
So we're not saying that the NBA draft is rigged. We're just saying that there has to be some type of calibration, because the Mavs had a 1.8% chance of getting the number one pick, but how ironic that they fall into this trend of losing their star player and then getting the number one pick. And you mentioned earlier with the Cavs, how they lost LeBron and then they got the number one pick. So it seems like the trend is if a major star gets traded to an LA team, it seems like LA basically rewards that team with the number one pick in the next year's draft.
Well, I mean, I don't know if LA has the power to do that, but the NBA is somehow, giving the team that traded the star player to LA to revitalize the league. You know, there was a lot of talk about the NBA ratings being down this year. That was the big storyline from the beginning of the year. The ratings were down about 5 to 6%, you know, and when you're a league who makes a lot of their money off TV contracts, 5 to 6% is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? Let's trade a player to Los Angeles, one of our top markets. Mm-hmm. CP3 going to the Clippers, that was big time. Well, I'm trying to remember the name that they had. It wasn't Lob City. Yep, that was a big deal. Anthony Davis to the Lakers. LeBron gets his 4th championship with Anthony Davis. Big story. In the middle of COVID. Again, we're kind of going into a downturn. Let's trade Luka to LA. Like you said, 3 different times, and all 3 times, miraculously, the team they traded from gets the number one pick. And let's talk about some other time. So you said the LeBron draft. LeBron stays in Cleveland. He's from Ohio. He stays in Cleveland. Number one pick. The D Rose draft. D Rose is from Chicago. Oh, miraculously, the Bulls get the number one pick. D Rose goes number 1. LeBron's traded from from Cleveland to Miami. The Cavs get the number 1 pick. Yep. So again, another big trade, big player traded, star player to a big market. This time it's Miami, but the Cavs get the number 1 pick. Who's after that? Yeah, we did the AD trade, the Zion trade. And these are all great players. That's the thing that's kind of interesting to me too, Co, is like these aren't just any old players. These are all great players, and it's during drafts where it's almost like, okay, I'll trade you a good player because I know I'm about to get a good one back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, AD, the New Orleans Pelicans get an AD in this draft. Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag is supposed to be a generational talent. The great white hope, an American white man. He's going number 1.
White hope now.
This hasn't happened since like the 70s or something like that. Yeah, damn near 50 years. So truly the great white hope. Of course you'll trade Luka Doncic. Like Luka's white, but he's not American white. Like, let's just be real.
And he's going to Dallas too. That's American art right there.
That's Texas, you know? So like what more could you ask for in the league? So is the NBA rigged? Absolutely. In my opinion, hell yeah, it is.
Yeah. Like people are saying like, oh, it's not rigged because they're like, why would they risk, fraud and going to jail and all this other crap? And I'm like, they're not rigging it like someone's like behind the scenes, like a owner is like doing some illegal stuff or whatever, paying people off, paying scouts off or doing whatever to, tank someone's draft pick to get them. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the commissioner and the powers that be, whoever they are, colluding to place certain players in certain markets, to your point. Because if Cooper Flag went to Milwaukee, like you're not watching that game at 10:30 when they play LA. You're just not.
Yeah.
You know,
Milwaukee's not getting another generational talent for a long time. You got Giannis. Giannis got you a chip. Get ready to have another 30, 40 years of misery.
Yeah. So, I mean, the Dallas market is, I would say, more favorable than a lot of other NBA markets. I mean, it's Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody loves Texas. Everybody knows about Texas. Everybody knows about Dallas, period, whether you watch sports or not. So, like, they got the market. So I can understand him going there. But, like, this is kind of, it's very funny. It just shows how much we have been dominating the sport, and also how after the 92 Dream Team, they opened the market to European players and they started flooding the game, because it's been 50 years since a white player, American born, went 1 overall in the NBA draft. That's freaking crazy.
Yeah, no, that is wild. That's kind of crazy to think about. And now we get the number one player in the NBA is a white man, and we get a white cornerback in the NFL. To get a pick 6 in the Super Bowl, running it back. So hey, white men are back up. They got Trump in office. Hey, white men are up right now.
Hey, congratulations to the white people, man. I know y'all been feeling like y'all been losing for a while.
Cheers.
I don't know what y'all been thinking, because if y'all losing, who's winning?
Exactly.
But yeah, man. I mean, short segment there, but let us know what you think there, Brodies. I mean, personally, I think next year they're just gonna like maybe do some offset stuff to just make it seem like they're not doing it. So like maybe like the person who actually has the worst record can actually get the first damn pick, in the draft.
Of course, they're gonna do that next year. Facts.
Yeah. But let us know what you think there, Brodies. Click on the bottom right-hand corner on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Now, moving on to another aspect of the NBA, we got a conference call here. Now, which teams are going to advance to the NBA Finals? The Brodies were wrong. Okay, we thought that the Boston Celtics.
Hey, we were dead wrong.
We was dead wrong. Jeez. We thought the Boston Celtics were going to win it again. Unfortunately, Tatum tore his Achilles. And yeah, it is what it is.
Get better soon, man.
Get better soon. Side note, you modern day basketball players need to start wearing high tops again. These low top basketball shoes are destroying your Achilles. Y'all need to stop that crap.
And they don't even look that good. Let's be honest. They don't. Like we don't have a lot of good designs.
Okay, so we got Western Conference Finals here. The Timberwolves and the Thunder. Who have clearly shown to be the best 2 teams in the West. The new era has officially taken over. This conference finals on both sides has shown the whole world that the YNs are here, Barack. They are here.
For real.
Very, very interesting story on Thunder on how they made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals, but they put belt to ass to the Nuggets.
You can't say that. They won 7 games, man.
In that final game, though.
In that final game, they definitely did. Yeah,
and then with the Knicks, the true underdogs right now, man. Like they eliminated the defending champions. Obviously, they're down Tatum, but unfortunately, Brown couldn't deliver. And they lost 119-81. Another, you like that subliminal hit?
Yeah, that was nice. Man.
Yeah, but the Knicks beat them 119-81, and I feel sorry for the sanitation crew in New York right now. Because them fools was acting wild out there, Wiggs.
Hey, speaking of sanitation in New York, the Pacers fan that the New York Knicks fans threw trash at.
I saw that.
Tyrese Halliburton invited him to be in the Pacers arena, so that's pretty cool.
That's another thing, bro. I'm like, I get it, man. There's nothing wrong with talking trash. I will talk trash to every Cowboy fan until the cows come home. But I'm not going to disrespect you.
Throw trash at them. Like, that's wild, bro.
Trash on you. I'm not going to, take your hat off and throw it on the ground.
Right. Yeah,
do all this Philly stuff.
Philly.
I don't get it. Yeah. But we got the matchup with the Knicks at the Knicks and Pacers. We got the Timberwolves and Thunder.
All right, hold on. So let's go back to some of these old matchups. So Celtics, Knicks, like you said, Tatum went down. Cavs, Pacers, I think Darius Garland went down. So injury.
Yeah.
Don't even have much to say on those two. Injury. Warriors, Steph Curry went down. Injury again. Yeah. Thunder, Nuggets.
LeBron went down too.
Chill,
don't forget the sprained MCL heard around the world that didn't show any symptoms until after the interview. What a
hey, that's funny, man. He said LeBron went down too. He's legitimately hurt.
Heard around the world.
Don't talk about my king, dog. He's legitimately hurt, dog. It's season 2. I'm gonna defend my king this season, dog.
Boy, hurt.
Oh man, but
running laps.
Hey, my man finished the game. After the game, he finally changed his clothes. Now he limping. Come on, LeBron.
Say, yo, hey, LeBron, you all right? You're like, yeah, man. Why? He's like, you got a little limp. Oh, you know what I do? Like, yeah, I do. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, my MCL's a sprain. Even though I played the whole damn game and didn't show a lick of injury. Walked off.
Hey, we're not talking about LeBron right now. We're not talking about LeBron right now.
This is not a LeBron bashing show.
But all right, so Celtics, Knicks, injury. Cavs, Pacers, injury. Wolves, Warriors, injury. Yep. Thunder, Nuggets. We get to the 7th game. Aaron Gordon has a hamstring. Has a hamstring sprain. Apparently, it's the same grade sprain that Steph Curry had, but Aaron Gordon tried to tough it out. I would have liked to see Steph Curry maybe play Game 5. It's a closeout game. You made it this far. Let's give it a go. Can we dress up? Can we try? You can. If they're saying you can go Game 6, did you try to get dressed for Game 5? Yeah. Because Jimmy Butler is not him. I said it, Cole. And I said when we get on, matter of fact, and I said when we get on here, I'm gonna let people know Jimmy Butler is not him.
Never was.
And I told my boy Ike, shout out to Ike, because I told you wanted to bet me some crazy bet talking about 3-1 odds, talking about Jimmy Butler is that guy. He got that dog in him. Where was the dog at? It was a Chihuahua that day.
Nah, Chihuahua got the most fight. He was a poodle.
Facts. He was a poodle that day. Scared, tail tucked under his ass cheeks. Yeah. Nowhere to be found. 9 shots in one game. 11 shots the next game. Get the hell out of here, Jimmy Butler. You're not that guy. And then Thunder Nuggets, like I said, the Aaron Gordon hamstring, he gave it a shot. I mean, so we're seeing the heart of these players. Again, I think LeBron could have done more in the Lakers game, but I don't know if I'll call that IQ or I'll call that coaching. I didn't think JJ Redick did a good job. I don't think Steve Kerr did a good job in this series. Jonathan Kuminga was not playing in the first game or in the last series at that. And then in this series, he's scoring more points than Jimmy Buckets.
Yeah.
Why was he not playing? Why was Jason Tatum not playing in the Olympics, Steve Kerr? I need answers.
He's probably
the rest of these series are injury.
Steve Popovich, where he's just like, you know what, and Bill Belichick, where they've won so much, where they get cocky and they're like, you know what, I'm always going to be right, so it doesn't matter. So they just end up shooting themselves in the foot despite their pride. It's just like, you know what, I'd rather go down with the ship than make an adjustment based on someone else's recommendation. Who are you? I'm Steve Kerr.
Facts. That's Greg Popovich with Kawhi and Bill Belichick with Brady. You don't push Brady out of you don't push fucking Brady out of New England. What the hell is wrong with you, Bill Belichick? And now you got this girl running your damn business. Yeah, what is this? The year of the Simps code? We got Travis Hunter with his girl, and now we got Bill Belichick with his girl. Is this the year of the Simps?
Like, she over this joint running recruiting. Like, what are you doing?
Bro, what is going on? And stop paying for these girls' OnlyFans, y'all.
Yeah, we got.
It's season 2.
That's got to be.
It's season 2. Stop paying for these girls' OnlyFans, man.
Over this joint getting the OFs. But yo, So who do you have here for the Western Conference Finals, Wiggs? We got the Thunder and the Timberwolves. Who you got?
Ooh. Oh man, Thunder and T Wolves. So I fuck with Ant Man. Ant Man is my guy. He got
Baby
rid of
Daddy Edwards.
baby baby daddy BDE. He got Luka and LeBron out of there. Comes into the second round. Gets Draymond and Jimmy Butler out of there. And now he has a big challenge ahead of him in SGA, the MVP. He won his series, so I think we can safely call him the MVP. I mean, it's a regular season award, but I think this mattered. It mattered who won this series. It mattered, and for SGA to come out on top, I think that's good for his MVP award.
I agree.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Ant-Man.
Okay.
I think OKC has a better team, but it's the playoffs. And I think sometimes in the playoffs, if you get the right people to play the right way and they get hot, like Julius Randle is doing, like Jaden McDaniels is doing, like Nas Reed is doing, even Rudy Gobert got rid of his girl. He said, "I'm following baby daddy Edwards to the promised land. I got rid of my girl too. I'm ready to play, balled out." So
that dude cut the check.
So I think this team is they're stress free, man. They got their child support paid off early. They're feeling good. No stress.
Well, I think Ant-Man has an opportunity to like solidify himself as the face of the NBA if he wins this. He's kind of like the legend killer, if you will. He's knocked out Steph, he's knocked out LeBron, he's knocked out Luka.
KD last year.
Jokic, he knocked out Luka. Yep. So
and Jokic and KD last year. So.
And Kyrie
and Shea. He beat Shea last year too. So
this ain't his first rodeo. Now the Thunder, they're riding high, man. Like if SGA can just continue with that mid-range assassin mentality that he has, bro. Like I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go Thunder here. I'm gonna go Thunder in 7.
And are you saying that because you like the Kobe Bryant comparisons, Co? With SGA in his mid-range game?
I like his game. Like he's literally a reincarnation of what I'm used to watching, which is a basketball player that does everything. He doesn't just shoot threes. He has a mid-range game. He can draw the foul, and he's a good free throw shooter. Like he can distribute the ball. Like, yeah, bro. Give me SGA. I'm gonna take the Thunder in 7.
Thunder in 7. All right, I got Wolves in because I think again, if the Wolves can show that they're better, they can win in 6. Yeah. But this OKC team is, they have a lot. They go 10 deep and they have a big rotation. I was gonna say this OKC team is deep, but we didn't use deep too much tonight, man. They have a lot of depth. So, okay, Eastern Conference, Knicks, Pacers. Who you got, Co?
I like the Pacers to win, but I want the Knicks to win just because I want to see Stephen A. Smith smile. Because I'm so happy for him. I've never seen this dude have so much joy. But I think the Pacers. I like the Pacers, man. Give me the Pacers also in 7.
Okay, Pacers in 7. So you got Halliburton and Siakam.
Got Halitosis over there.
Halitosis. Pacers in 7. So you got the Pacers winning in New York because Game 7 is going to be in Madison Square Garden.
This is taking it back to that mid-90s rivalries when the Pacers and Knicks with Reggie Miller and John Starks and company. Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
Don't do that. Don't do that, New York. Yeah, don't do that in
Give
Madison
me Pacers
Square Garden. Okay, I'm going to go with New York. Yeah, we just did it on the other conference, so why not split it on this one? I'm going New York. You got Pacers in 7. I got Knicks in 7.
Okay.
Give me Knicks, Madison Square Garden, Game 7. The Knicks go to the NBA Finals.
That would be crazy.
What? Stephen A. Smith goes crazy. The Knicks fans were already in the streets like they won the Super Bowl. They're on top of buildings and billboards and just doing all type. Hey, stay safe, please, fans.
Please, we already lost.
Stay safe Eagles out there. Fan, yeah, we lost the Eagles fan. Parade. We got the baseball player falling out of the stands. Stay safe, man. Those falls. You're not a kid. Like those falls hurt when you get to be this age. So stay safe. Stay safe out there. Knicks in 7. Matter of fact, Knicks in 6.
Okay.
Give me Wolves in 6 and Knicks in 6, man. We getting these teams out of there early. Wolves versus Knicks in the finals, and give me Ant-Man in the finals.
Wolves and Knicks is what the NBA ratings need. They need those two teams.
Ant-Man versus New York.
I'm gonna go Thunder, Pacers, both. Thunder's in 7, Pacers in 7. Then I got the Thunder winning the chip in 7.
Another Game 7. If it's Thunder Pacers, I'm gonna go 6 again, and I got Thunder in 6. If it's Thunder Pacers, I got Thunder in 6. If it's Thunder Knicks, I think New York might be like, if they make it to the finals, like you get past Boston, you get past the Pacers, it might just be one of those years for New York, and I'm willing to say, all for it. That they can go past
this Super Bowl. This NBA Finals is going to be one of my favorites because we said it in the last episode. This is the year of the underdog, and like we got 4 teams that weren't expected to win. So we got the Pacers who haven't. I don't think they've won a championship ever. We know the Knicks have, but it wasn't in the 70s.
The Knicks are the only team out of the final remaining 4 to have won a championship. The other 3 teams have not won a chip ever.
Even the Thunder back when they were Seattle.
One of them has won ABA. One of them has won ABA championships, but no NBA champ. Only the Knicks have an NBA championship. All the other 3 teams have no NBA championships. It's crazy. So somebody new is going to get a chip.
That's fantastic for that fan base, man. Because I mean, we're Skins fans, and we know what it's like to not see the team win for a long time. I mean, we grew up on the Allen Houston days. You know, when he was rocking the Flight 3s. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Allen Houston was like that, man.
Yeah, it's Freewell in them, but they ain't been nothing since.
That's another choke right there. Spreewell choking
like
the coach.
Literally.
Another choke.
Okay.
Hey, hold on, Cole. Speaking of players that are not going to make the playoffs, Russell Westbrook, man. Shout out to Russ.
Russ
he had a good series. However, I have one stat I wanted to say, and I'm going to mention this. I was going to mention it on the Blitz segment. Because it's season 2, and we got some new segments. We had to do some new stuff for the fans. So I'm going to mention this in the Blitz segment later this week, folks. But this stat was just sticking out to me. Russell Wilson was minus 92 in the plus minus in his series. And it's like, Russ, as good as you are, your IQ has not improved one bit since you entered the league. That's unacceptable. Yeah. You have 0 IQ when it comes to playing basketball. You're 1,000% heart and 0% IQ. And that's just not acceptable, bro. So, Russ, like, I want to see you get a chip, but Nikola Jokic said it. We're not good enough to. They asked Nikola Jokic, is your team good enough to win the championship? He said, we didn't win. I don't do ifs. We didn't win. We're not good enough. Russ, it's not good enough, man. You cannot win a chip with no IQ. You got to play defense. That's something that you're seeing in this playoffs. Again, they're letting them play physical. I'm loving this playoffs. We asked that question 3 weeks ago, and I said it back then. I love this playoffs because it's physical. There are the blowouts. I do not like the blowouts at all. The game yesterday was a blowout. It's not the game. You want to see these games come down to the fourth quarter. So that's the only thing I don't like about these playoffs is the blowouts. I'm gonna credit that to the 3-pointer just being more popular. But getting back to my point, yeah, Russ, that's just not good enough, man. And then the other injuries, yeah.
I mean, Russell Westbrook. His issue is he doesn't know. His weakness is when they slow the game down. He can't play half court basketball. He's 100% liability. Whenever 100%. They slow the game down and play half court ball,
on offense and defense.
He's end to end 100 miles an hour. If he's not on a straightaway running full speed, he's no good. And he's refused to develop a jump shot. I mean, it is what
it's like a player that doesn't watch film. It's like he's never watched film a day in his life, and he's just I'm on the court on vibes. I'm just out here on vibes.
He's relying on his athleticism. He's like, why watch film? Like it's kind of like with Michael Vick when they were
Kyler Murray
with the Falcons, and he was like, "How come you ain't watch film?" He's like, why would I run a 4.2?
Yeah, I'm going off my God-given natural ability. Kyler Murray.
You need to watch film.
I don't watch film. I'm just naturally good. Exactly.
Yeah, and he never did that. So it's unfortunate. We'll see what happens next year. I mean, it's a trend now where he's bouncing from team to team to team. So he's already coming off the bench. I don't know if he's going to be with the Wolves. I'm talking the Nuggets next year anyway. So we'll see.
Oh, all right. I got 2 more questions, Coach.
Yeah.
Warriors. Do the Warriors get another chip? Does Steph Curry get another chip? He missed a big opportunity with LeBron being out. The Warriors had a great opportunity to get a chip. Steph Curry gets hurt. He's 37 next year. Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green are 36. So 36 and 37. I think they can play to their 40 or so.
Yeah.
But do you think they get another chip with that big three?
Roster?
I don't know if you call that a big three.
With that roster, like they need bench. They need a bench. I mean, I think they can make another contention because honestly, I think if Steph Curry was healthy, it would be a completely different playoff series.
He had 13 points in 15 minutes in that first game. He was going off.
Yeah, I truly believe that. So I think they have a better chance than the current roster in LA.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Right.
Only because LeBron now is starting to like trend downward. I mean, Father Time is undefeated. So, yeah. So that's the only thing I would say with that. But, let us know what you think there, bro.
Oh, no. I got 2 more. I got some more questions, Co.
Okay.
Celtics. Because I want to talk about the injury teams. The Celtics. Jason Tatum goes down. He's probably going to be out for another year with the Achilles.
Yeah.
Did this Celtics team with this starting 5, did they miss? Do they get another chip? They got one. They did get one. Do they get another one?
They're young. They botched this year's opportunity. I mean, you can't stop injuries, but they still had enough firepower to win. They just botched the opportunity. They remind me of that Spurs dynasty where they had no great players. They had all good players.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And they can't win unless all of them are playing together. Because I mean, you got Porzingis, you got great supporting cast.
They said Porzingis couldn't breathe in Game 5. He had some mystery
illness.
My man said he couldn't breathe on the court.
That dude had mono. He was out there joint kissing strippers.
Yeah.
Out there in New York, out there in Boston, getting nasty with it. You know what I'm saying? They ended up getting mono.
He absolutely met a Russian joint in New York, though. Absolutely,
what you doing, man. Calm down out there, man. But yeah, bro. I mean, I think they have a better chance than out of all of them because they're still young. They're still relatively young, so they'll definitely be in the mix next year. But it all depends on where these free agents are going. Because if Giannis goes to Miami or wherever Giannis is going,
if Giannis goes to the Spurs, Wembanyama and Giannis, the Twin
Towers reincarnated. That's crazy.
All right, the Cavs squad, did they get a chip with that? Because they had a really good 5.
No.
And then the Nugget squad. Is Jokic said they weren't good enough? Do you think they're good enough, or do you think that team they got one chip? Do you think they can get another?
I think they can. They just need someone else on defense because Jokic is not. He's a liability on
That's
defense.
That's a great point.
He's a liability on defense. So, and they can't. I like Aaron Gordon, but they think Aaron Gordon can do more than what he really can do. Like he's like a 15 and 10 guy, not a 20 and 10 guy.
Exactly.
And they think he's a 20 and 10 guy. But yeah. So switching sports there, Brodies. We're going back to the gridiron. It's a DC sports show, so it's only right that we talk about the DC teams. And in recent weeks, a particular franchise has been placed back on the spotlight. It's like we had a comeback album and it crossed over, and now we're getting more endorsements and more deals because we got the draft coming in a couple of years. We got a stadium coming in a couple of years, and for the first time in a long time, we got 6 primetime games, and
7.
We got an international game.
Yeah,
and it's going to be in Madrid, so it's only right that we call the Commaders muy caliente. Okay, the Washington franchise is back in the spotlight, Wiggs. So I just want to go over some bold predictions for the 2025 season. I mean, we got 6 primetime games. You know, we're going to be on Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, Christmas. We got the Madrid game, and we got a couple of games of the week at 4:25 and all that stuff. We don't have too many 1:00 games this year.
Which is weird. Which is so weird
because road game. I mean, we've been able road game than we do than last year. So we got 9 away games and 8 home.
And I think the one that we're missing is the Spain game. So I think that's a home.
I don't think we're in Spain this year, are we?
Yeah. That's the international game. We're in Spain.
No, they're having 2. They have 2 this year. So they got 1.
2 international games?
Yeah, so we got the one in
So one is in Spain. That's the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Madrid is Spain. Chill, Co. Madrid is Spain.
I think we got 2. Like the 2 international games for the league. We got 1, and then like another matchup got 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about, dude.
I was about to say, chill, dog. Madrid is in Spain, man.
I know that. Hey, man, how many cities are in Chicago?
Hey, I'm not good with geography, but I'm like, hey, I know that one.
Yeah, I do numbers, but I still know some things. But,
all right, so yeah.
The Skins
they calling us sexy,
like
Co.
New face here.
They calling us sexy. We're the Caliente Commanders. We're in commercials now with the Spain. Spain is the sexy continent. Like, if you're going to a continent like Spain, you got to send a team that's hot. Who's the hottest team in the league? Jaden Daniels' team. It's not even the team. It's Jaden Daniels. We're sending our best.
Yep.
This is the best we got. He didn't even make the Super Bowl, but this is the best we got to offer. We're not sending you Patrick Mahomes. That's old news.
We don't want Patrick Mahomes.
We're not sending you Jalen Hurts. He might have won the Super Bowl, but he's not even the best quarterback in his conference.
We want the mama's boy.
We want mama's boy, JD5, and she's protecting the asset. She's protecting the asset just like the Commanders are protecting the asset.
I love it. Keep this dude in bubble wrap.
Hey, and that's the only thing that can stop them now, Co. It's injury. That's the only thing that's stopping this team is if somebody gets hurt. Now, it doesn't even have to be JD5. It could be the line. Because that was something that our offensive line did really well last year was stay healthy.
Yep.
Cosme got hurt late in the season, but outside of that, we were pretty healthy for most of the season.
Yep.
We're the hot team. What you think, Co?
Yeah, we're definitely one of the hot teams. I mean, that happens when you go 12-5, and then you go on the road and have a stellar first round matchup with a stout defense in Tampa Bay. Then you go beat the number 1 seed in their house. And then, outside of turnovers, you made a case in the NFC Championship. So, and then you have a quarterback that has all the charisma. He has the it factor, and he's a winner. He's legit. There's no arguing.
He's him.
Like this could be like one of those years or instances like Dan Marino, when he had arguably one of the greatest seasons of all time in his sophomore year because he just catapulted to the next level. Like this dude did what he did in his first year, and he's going into the offseason in the same offense, same coaching staff, adding more players. Like, and he's in the film. We know he's a gym rat because his mom don't allow him to, be out in the streets messing with these DC hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we ain't got time to be at stadium because we're working on building a new stadium. Okay, we ain't worrying about clapping back because we're worrying about quarterbacking. You know what I'm saying? We're building before back shots in Washington over here, baby.
So, I like that, cuz. I like building before.
We're building
before the back shots. Man.
Okay,
like
we're trying to win a chip. So JD5 is like he's already putting in the work, man. But like,
let's go to the schedule, cuz.
This is going to be a tough year. Our schedule is pretty tough this year.
Great transition. Let's go to the schedule. Give me your wins, losses. Week 1, Giants. Who you got?
Give me the Commandos.
All right, that's 1. Thursday night football, Packers. We're in Green Bay. Who you got?
Give me the Commandos.
That's another one. Raiders come back to DC. So we open with the Giants here, go to Green Bay, and we come back to DC. Raiders. Who you got? Geno Smith. We got Pete Carroll. We got 5.
Belt to ass. Give me Commandos.
Falcons. We go to Atlanta. It was a close game. It was a close game last year. It was a good game. Came down to the final, one of the final plays. Atlanta. We're in Atlanta. Who you got, Cole?
They don't want that smoke. Give me the Commandos.
We start 4-0, folks.
4-0.
And that's very possible. Let me just stop there. That's because that's the first quarter of the season. That's very possible. 4-0. I'm not gonna lie. All winnable games.
And here's another note: it's Green Bay in the early fall, so it ain't cold.
Facts. I think we're gonna learn. Let me just look at this first quarter, Co. We're going to learn a lot about our running defense in these first 4 games.
Great point.
We face Cam Scatterbo in week 1. As well as, what was the other Giants quarterback? Running back?
Something Tracy.
Yep. So Tyrone Tracy and Cam Scatterbo week 1. Week 2, we face Josh Jacobs, one of the best running backs in the league, top 5, in my opinion. Week 3, Ashton Genty.
Yep.
The number 1 running back in a long time coming out of college. We face Ashton Genty in week 3. Week 4, Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
And they got a good backup running back as well. I forget his name. But Bijan Robinson, we're going to learn a lot about our Russian defense in those first 4 weeks. We still don't have a defensive end. I have some news we're going to talk about on the Blitz segment. Again, I'm going to reference the Blitz segment. We're going to try to get you guys the Blitz segment, maybe not every week, because we're going to use it when we have a lot of news. We have a lot of news to cover in the NFL. But Trey Hendrickson is out there.
Yeah.
I think we still got to.
We're going to bring him in, though. The Bengals want too much.
He might not play this year then. He's talking about sitting out. So
they always threaten that crap until them checks stop coming in.
All right, so we'll talk about that later. But first quarter, Co. I mentioned the Russian. Anything you're thinking about that first 4 games?
Yeah, we're also not going to be facing the low tier quarterbacks that we played last season too. Now, here's the thing: defense is from year to year. Our defense was trash last year, but I wouldn't be surprised if we just have a quantum leap and end up being in one of the top half defenses. Like I said, we only need to be top 20 or top 15. We already went 12-5 with the worst one. So that, like you said, Wiggs, I think that's going to be the biggest test of the run defenses this first quarter because we're going to be playing some decent running backs. And then, to kick off the second part, the Chargers got Najee Harris.
And they got Trevion Henderson, I think.
Yeah, so... and then
Najee Harris and Trevion Henderson. Golly.
Yeah, we go to Chicago. We still got DeAndre Swift. Then we got the Cowboys. I mean, I would say not until week 8 when we play the Chiefs is when we don't have a legitimate threat at running back.
And the Chiefs still have Pacheco. And you know Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. True. They run very well.
Got them too. Yeah.
So true. Yeah, this is a really good the first 8 weeks. Great test. So all right, let's go to 5. Chargers, who you got, Co?
So I can't sit up here and expect them to go undefeated. So it's at LA. Yep. Give me the Commandos.
All right. Monday Night Football. Chicago comes back to DC.
I think the Chicago Bears get their revenge on this one.
I think so. I can see that. All right. We go to Dallas. Cowboys. Week 7. Who you got, Co?
This is going to be a trend for that week because Jaden Daniels is going to, as a starter, is going to have troubles once again with the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys. 2 straight losses.
Okay. We have the Chiefs. We're in Kansas City. Monday Night Football again. Primetime game. Who you got, Co?
The Skins face a 3-game skid. They lose to the Chiefs. 17-10.
I like it. Seahawks. Sunday Night Football. They come to DC.
They get off the snide and send their ass packing. Give me the Commandos.
Week 10, Detroit comes to DC. Rematch of the playoffs from last year. Who you got, Co?
Detroit Lions get their get back.
So, 10 games in, we are 6-4. Co, what do you think about that record? 10 games in.
10 games in, 6-4. I would definitely say that's solid. I got them going 11.
I think you had 10 wins, 10 or 11.
11-6. So they're right on pace. I got them beating Miami and Madrid.
Okay.
Let's keep
going. So we get to the bye. We're 7-4. Next game is Broncos. So we're still in DC. We got the Broncos now. What you thinking, Co?
Give me the Commanders.
8-4. Vikings. We go to Minnesota to face the Vikings. What you got, Co?
I don't think McCarthy can sniff JD5's jockstrap. Give me Commanders.
Give me 5. All right. Giants. We go to New York this time to face the Giants, and we're at 9-4 right now, and we are facing a divisional opponent. Russell Wilson, we believe, should be still at quarterback.
Yeah,
it could be famous Jameis.
I got them sweeping the Giants.
Okay, we're at 10-4, and now we face the Eagles on a Saturday game. Short week. First game versus the Eagles. Playoff rematch.
We're not ready for them. But we're going to win at home again. So I got them winning.
11-4. We go to the Christmas game. We're home versus the Cowboys. We lost to the Cowboys in week 7. Devastating loss.
Scratch that. I'm sorry. We get swept by the Eagles. We split with Dallas.
Okay, so we're going to win week 17. We're going to win the Christmas game then.
Yeah, we're going to win the Christmas game.
And then we're going to lose in week.
Eagles. So we'll lose to the Eagles. Okay. Then we'll beat Dallas.
Perfect.
Then lose to the Eagles again to finish 11-6.
Got you. Okay. I got you. So we go to that to the -5. Cowboys is the 11th win. And Eagles the winner -6, and there's your record.
Yeah, and the winners of the Skins Eagles game is going to win the division. That game's going to fall down to the division.
I like it. I love it. I mean, and again, like you said, we would love for the Commanders to get the number 1 seed, go to the Super Bowl. We pick number 1. I mean, we picked 32 in the draft for the next 2 years when the draft comes to DC and next year as well. We'll see what's going to happen. The Eagles. This is what I was going to ask you, Co. All right. So The Commanders, I think, have the most primetime games.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think is the top 5 this season? I'll give you a quick top 5 teams. I'm going to give you a quick list.
Okay.
Baltimore, Buffalo, Kansas City, Philadelphia, DC, Detroit. I mean, I think if you take Detroit off and put DC, I think that's your 5. Baltimore, Buffalo, fair. Kansas City, DC, Philly.
I think that's fair.
I think that's it.
Because it's like you can't say Detroit because they lost to us.
Yeah.
You can't say Green Bay because we finished with a better record.
Yeah. Same for the Rams. The Rams with Stafford.
Yeah, we had a better record. You can make a case for Minnesota, but like they don't have
a
quarterback.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, if the Skins aren't 5, they're 6.
And it could just be Detroit, one of the other teams. Okay.
Yeah.
But they're definitely, at this point, they're definitely a top 10 team.
Oh, hands down. Hands down. They're a top 10 team because we arguably have a top 5 quarterback. That's where all this attention is coming from.
Right.
Like, and the crazy part is he's not even really crossed over as far as like endorsements. You don't see him on like Gatorade commercials or, anything like that.
He's just getting there.
Yeah, it's getting there. Like he's got the Rookie of the Year. I think this year, he's going to have a breakout season as a passer. Look for him to throw over 4,000 yards. Look for him to get for like, maybe like another 500 or 600 rushing yards. But I'm thinking 30, 35 plus touchdown passes. So, yeah. And then also, we got to remember, free agency is not over. Training camp is still 2 some odd months away. So we still can bring some veteran leadership in here on the defensive side, on the offensive side. I mean, Dobbins is still probably out there. I mean, he's still out there. I mean, he could be a great fit. Well. Yeah, Chubb as well. So, yeah, I mean, the sky's the limit right now. I mean, like last year was the worst roster JD was ever going to play on.
I see you leaking
it's only going to get better from here.
I see you leaking the Dobbins to see who's going to follow that up. Hey, yeah. As soon as we hear Dobbins report out there, we gonna know where that came from, man. We gonna know where that came. That came from the Brodies, man.
Hey, look, like and subscribe if you're gonna steal our shit. That's the least you can do.
At least.
That's the least you can do.
You know what? Please and thank you. I just felt like I've been watching some other shows, and I see there's some people that really do a good job of they really ask the people like, yo, would you really leave a like and a subscribe? Would you really subscribe? We really need to follow. Like, we're really trying to do something with this. Let's be real. We're really trying to do something with this. We enjoy doing this as well. Like, not only are we trying to take this somewhere, we enjoy doing this. We enjoy what we're talking about. But we need the follows, man. Like, we need the follows. We need the likes. We need the subscribe. So, hey, please. I don't mind saying please. I'm not going to beg, but I don't mind saying please and thank you. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribers. Hey, I'm not going to beg you, but please.
Yeah, we're not going to beg, but at the same time, like, show some love. Like, most of the people that have probably sampled our work, we're following you either. I mean, we're following you.
We show love. We definitely show love.
We're showing you love, but like, you got one more time to steal our segments before I start putting names on the songs. But that's all we got for today there, Brodies. Welcome to season 2 of Brody Sports Talk. We're over 500,000 viewers and counting. We're on our way to 1 million. Like and subscribe on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Click on the bottom right-hand corner and like and subscribe. On the next episode, we are going to be doing our panel. So stay tuned for that.
Let's go.
This season, we're going to be bringing people on. They're going to be debating the Brodies, and we're going to see who's sharp or who's not. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're Hattori Hanzo sword sharp over here with the Brodies. So the theme of season 2 is be ready, be prepared, and let your game speak. But until then, it's the Lord here, co-warriors, the God Jay Wiggs. We'll see you next week, y'all. Peace.
Peace.